we're going to find the area of a kite and area of rhombus. So I'm going to start with the right side first. So how do I know, is this going to be a kite or is this a rhombus? The only way to know first is by looking at it here. If all the sides are equal, that is a rhombus. Meaning, like, they put a line here, they are equal. All right, the general formula for that, which is also the same formula as the kite. So if I look at the left side, the formula says d1 times d2 divided by 2. If you look at the left picture here, right, this would be a kite because clearly this side is congruent to this side. If that's 15, that's also 15. And then this side is congruent to this side, 41, because that's 41, that's 41. So this is a kite. And rhombus and kite, they have the same formula to find the area. All right, I'm back on the right side. So I'm going to do the right side first. To do the right side, I need to find D1 and D2. D stand for the diagonal from one side to another side. So in this case, from this corner diagonal all the way to this corner, that will be D1. Okay. D2 will be from this corner all the way to this corner. Honestly, it doesn't matter who you call, which one is D1, which one is D2, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to do D1. I'm going to split this in two. Right here is dedicated for D1. Now to find D1, this is 15 plus the equivalent. If this is 15, that got to be 15. So D1 is 50 is 30. I'll box that. D2, that's 20, and that's also 20. So D2 is 40. All right, so now I can just do my formulas easily. A equals D1 times D2 divided by 2. D1 was 30 times D2 was 40. Divide that by 2. You get 1200. Divide that by 2. You get 600 as the final answer. Okay? That's how you do the rhombus. Straightforward. Now, the kite, on the other hand, the kite is a little interesting. From this corner to this corner, you can call it D1 or D2, right? So if I split my table in half, right? I'm going to dedicate that for D1. So that's 9 plus, that's also 9. You can just look at it and see 9 plus 9 is 18. So I have D1. The most interesting one is D2. All right, to find D2 in this case, D2 goes from here. Notice that's a much shorter length, right? Compared to this one. So it's from this corner to this corner has to be D2. But D2 part 1, I can call it part 1, which would make more sense. D2 part 1. And then we have D2 part 2. Those are not congruent, so we got to find them. All right, let's dedicate part 1 here. All right, so to find part 1, use this color. I'm going to use this triangle, this little triangle that you see here, to help me find part 1. That's meant to be 1. Part 1. All right, how do I find that? I'm going to redraw that triangle. I'm going to put the numbers that came with that triangle. 9 was here, 15 was here. I'm trying to find part 1 of D1 right here. All right. So now remember the formula a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This is Pythagorean theorem. So what I can do is this. If the c is given, meaning this, if the side opposite to the right angle is given, which is known as the C, if that's given, then you need to do this in your calculator. You need to straight plug it in 15 square. You start with the C, 15 square minus the other number from the triangle. All right? Put this entire thing on your calculator the way it is, just the way it is. And the answer that will come up to be is 12. So D2 part 1 is 12. All right, so you can even go back in the triangle and put your 12 right here. That is 12. Now we got to find part 2. Okay, I'm running out of room, so I'm going to do part 2 right here. All right, we're still working with D2, part 2. Okay, part 2, I need to draw another triangle. I'm going to draw this triangle. Or I'm going to use this triangle. Right, and I'm going to redraw it right here. In that triangle, the 9 came from the triangle and the 41 came from the triangle. And I'm trying to find this one right here, the part 2. All right, to find that, like I said, you remember this formula, a squared plus b squared equals c squared? Well, if the side diagonal to the right angle is given, meaning you know what it is, you're going to use this formula instead. You're going to use the 41. You start with the C first, minus the other number from the triangle. When you plug it in the calculator, it gives you 40. Just plug all of this in your calculator. I already know it gives you 40. So 40 is the number that goes right here. 40. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can find a dimension of D2. All right. So I'm going to combine. So the official D2 is the part 1 plus the part 2, which is, what was it again? 12 plus 40, we get 52. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we can use a final formula to do this thing. The area was D1 times D2 divided by 2. So all you have to do now, what was D1? D1 was 18 right here. 18 times D2 is the one which is found right here. 52 divided that by 12. I'm not sure what the answer is, so I'm going to do it right here real fast. 18 times 52 divided that by 2. Your final answer is 468. All right. A little bit of work, but not bad. I want you to try the next one on your own. If you get